The big chief is finally home. What is happening, guys? You're watching DPV. My name's Josh, and today we're gonna work on the big chief in the garage. Lighting is gonna prove to be a little bit of an issue here. This Jeep takes up almost the entire garage. So on days when it's too cold to have the door open, which we're kind of getting there, you know, with snow on the ground, I'm gonna have to get creative with lighting. I'll do my best to make sure that it all looks good. And then I had a few complaints on audio, and I know my audio is terrible, but I want to show you something that hopefully will fix this. I'm using a Rode Video Micro, and there's like a wobble sound all the time, and pretty much it's a pain in the butt to edit. Let me show you real quick. So this microphone here, it wobbles, but one thing I found out is, see, I had it where it was like that, and it bounced around and you'd hear that shake. Well, I found a video that showed, hey, you just pop that wire into that mount there like it's supposed to, and it doesn't wobble near as much. So we will see if that helps out. So anyway, hopefully that helps out. I am saving up for a new camera to do all this on that will be better in low lighting, should be better audio and better focus and all that kind of stuff, and just be fun to use, and then just keep the GoPro for you know, mounting on the Jeep and that kind of stuff. So you might have seen a few videos back, I was trying to get the big chief home, and it broke down on me. And what it was is fuel pump's gone. So Summit sent me their version of the Holley micro pump, and it lasted me about 2 years, and now it has failed, so it's no longer pumping. This one is the Mr. Gasket variety, and I guess from it bouncing around in my toolbox and stuff, it no longer works either. This one actually sounds like it's trying to pump, but it won't pull any fuel. This one won't even turn on. So what I'm going to do is, the motor I picked up to rebuild for this thing came with what appears to be a brand new mechanical pump. So we're going to convert this sucker back to a mechanical fuel pump. I know this thing works because I started that motor up on the floor with this pump. I'll link that video right up here. So first thing we're going to do is try to swap out that fuel pump, and we'll see how the day goes from there. Alright, so the first thing we got to do is right here there is a fuel pump block off plate. So I need to pull that off, clean that surface up, and get our fuel pump mounted in there. And I should have a gasket for that somewhere, so I'll look around. After that, then we just need to reroute the fuel lines to attach there. One thing I'm slightly concerned about, maybe I shouldn't be concerned, is I've had issues with the electric fuel pump overpowering the needle and seat on this Holley carburetor. Now I believe this Holley carburetor is what these Jeeps ran from factory, at least something similar, and so the mechanical fuel pump should actually work quite well with it. But if it doesn't work well, I don't know if I need to put the fuel pressure regulator back on, but for now we're going to try it without the fuel pressure regulator. I think it's going to work nicely because, you know, that pump should technically pump more fuel the higher the RPM is. The higher the RPM is, the more fuel the motor should need. So it basically like self-regulates based on the RPM, I would think. If I'm wrong, leave a comment below. just a quick little overview on how this thing works. This lever right here runs off a little pulley looking thing inside the front cover off the end of the cam, and that little pulley is kind of offset, so it's kind of like a cam itself. And so since it's offset, it kind of goes like this, and pushes this lever up and down, which runs a little pump in there. Pretty simple. Alright, so I got all the fuel lines ran. So there's the return line, there's the input line to the carburetor. See the fuel pump down in there. Got everything hooked up under the Jeep where the electric pump was. And I pulled the fuse out of the wiring that runs to the electric pump. That way that wiring is dead. I didn't want to pull it out yet because I may put an electric pump in there just to help it, because like if this Jeep sits for a while, like it is now, like those lines are going to be empty, and so this pump is going to have to pull a long ways to get the fuel to the carburetor. So might be worthwhile to have a little electric pump on initial startup just to get fuel up there, but not rely on it all the time. So I'm gonna splash a little fuel in the carburetor to get things started up here, and we'll see if we got a runner. Got a runner. Very nice. All right, I had a little bit of a fuel leak. See, dump gas everywhere. So I'm probably gonna need to get this here replaced because I think I need a 1/4 inch line in this 5/16, but I doubled up the hose clamps down there. Oh, it's still spitting fuel out there, so gonna have to run and get some 1/4-inch line. All right, got that line swapped out with 1/4-inch stuff now, so we will see if that'll work. Pretty sweet that the Jeep is back up and running. I'm excited. I think that mechanical fuel pump is just gonna be perfect. So that is rad. Do need to fix up that transfer case. Got to put some new C-clips on the shift rod to make sure that I can actually shift it in and out of four-wheel drive. Right now it's kind of locked in four-wheel drive, which isn't ideal. So we'll be dealing with that soon. Also, got my heads all put back together. My father-in-law and I did 3-angle valve job. Should have that video by the end of the week. Pretty stinking sweet. So now I've got all my new trick flow valve springs. Can start putting this motor back together and get ready to put it in the Jeep. The other thing I want to tell you guys about is we've got some new merch. Got some new Safety Third hoodies and t-shirts. And here's the t-shirt. Nice little Safety Third road sign. I wanted to tell you a little bit why Safety Third. So I think safety should be important, which is why it made the top 5 list. Really, it's on the podium, Safety Third. Why isn't it safety first? Well, let me tell you why. I think that a safety first mentality leaves you, like this, locked in your home, watching the clock of life just tick away, not taking any risks, not really living. So, Days of Pain and Victory, we got Safety Third. What's first? Is it fun? And or is it for a noble cause? So, the noble cause thing, like think about our firefighters, police officers, their job is not safe, but it's for promoting justice or saving a life. That's a noble cause. Like fighting a bear isn't safe, but if it meant that I saved the life of my kids, I'm gonna do it. On the other hand, we mostly fall in that fun category. I just got back from Baja 1000, which was awesome. But that was not a safe trip, traveling to Mexico to do the most hardcore off-road race in the world in the middle of a pandemic. Not necessarily safe, but it was certainly fun. Number 2, when it comes to am I gonna do this or not, is it attainable? Is it affordable? So yeah, it would be really, really fun to, have a couple Ferraris and do a bump to pass drift race, but can't really afford that. But we can afford to hack the back off of, a 77 Buick and go 380 miles through the woods. We can do that. So that's fun and attainable. And then if the activity meets those 2 requirements, then it's like, how can we make this safe? How can we increase our chances of survival at the end of this, adventure? And so that's why, like in the Baja 1000, we had fire seats, we had excellent helmets, we had air pumpers to pump fresh air into our helmets, we had 5-point harnesses, we had radio communication. Doesn't necessarily make it safe, but it makes it safer. So at Days of Pain and Victory, Safety Third. So is it fun? Is it attainable? Then how can we make it safe? So you can pick up your Safety Third gear on Teespring. Link is in the description below. Coming up soon, we'll be putting this AMC 360 together. Hopefully working on the 1-ton soon. Yeah, lots of good things. Also, just passed 500 subscribers, which is freaking sweet. I'm gonna try to put together some sort of giveaway to celebrate that. Hopefully I'll have an announcement on that next week. I'm not sure what it's gonna look like, but gosh, I'm so excited. Thank you guys for all the love and support. This has been pretty fun. So we want to hit that 1,000 and beyond. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this video. All right, that's all I got for you. Wheel it, wreck it, wrench it, repeat. We'll see you next time.